Bandung get ready for another crack at the big prize. Will they get the win they need to get their campaign off to a flying start, or will their bubble burst over the course of the next 90 minutes? Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Neymar, surely. He has an array of skills that can elevate the quality of a match or change its course with a flash of brilliance. His talent can take this game to a...
He's having a pop! There it is! An extraordinary start! Breakthrough in next to no time!
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Bandung are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Shot a goal! And that's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And Ribery! No, not quite.
Ribery clearly was a little selfish there, but I don't think it was a bad attempt.
Not the most accurate pass. Oh, terrible pass. He's in, must be! And the shot! He's got a goal! Again they hit the front. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And here's Dembele. And he's found a way past. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Dembele. Ribery. And it's Messi. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Quarter of an hour played. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Alexander-Arnold, ready to try one.
The keeper is ultra busy in trying to just get everything in order.
Shot could be on. He's having a shot! No way through. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And here's Shevchenko.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And that was nowhere near his best. Alexander-Arnold.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Ribery. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Neymar. Silvestre. Shevchenko. Another chance from a corner. Bandung with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, that pass isn't the best. Alexander-Arnold. And Fernandez. He's in a great position here. Alexander-Arnold. Sylvestre. And it's Fernandez. Oh, easy pickings there. Nice looking ball.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Ruben Neves. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Dembele. And he's worked it through. Great chance! Shevchenko finds himself offside. And here's Lewandowski. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Neymar. And he's managed to get free. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Messi. And he plays one through. He is through here. Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. Chance, surely! And yes, it's there! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
That was easy. Almost too easy.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have...
Lewandowski! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And he's quick to snatch it back.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Alexander-Arnold. And it's Fernandez. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. And Ake. Modric. That has ended up in no man's land. Now who's going to be first to this? That's it, 45 minutes up. Persib Bandung are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's Lewandowski! Oh, didn't catch it right. Sylvestre is looking to influence the game from out wide. Fernandez. Ricky Puig wins the duel this time. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Dembele. Messi. Pass somewhat off target. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And he's there to get it away. That'll be a throw. Sylvestre. And it's Ake. Messi. Modric engages and forces him off the ball. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. That's a cute ball. Eder Militao kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Lewandowski really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Looking for options for movement, and he was alert to it. Neymar.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And Alexander-Arnold. Messi. Foot in. Aims beyond the defence. And he's picked it up out wide. Neymar. Messi. And it's Ribery.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Van Dijk. And Alexander-Arnold. Messi. And it's Fernandes. Now Modric. Played out wide. Now here's the delivery. Neymar.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he cuts out the supply. Gets a good foot in there. And he's got the beating of his man. And he's quick to get rid. And they've got a throw. Fernandes. Modric. And it's Dembele. Nicely shaped ball. Ruben Neves. Short changes him with that pass. Ruben Neves, the ultimate schemer, the supplier-in-chief. Fernandes. And this is Shevchenko.
Bandung really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Modric. Neymar. Ribery. And the through ball. Not a hint of offside here.
Lewandowski clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Oh, this looks sharp. And it's Van Dijk.
That's good play from him.
And this is Shevchenko. Shevchenko! Ambitious ball here. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Ake does really well to win the ball there. Modric. That's an imaginative pass.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Neymar. And the counter is on. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Dembele does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Fernandes. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession. The shrill sound of the whistle, and that is that. A good watch, more than a good watch, actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Well, after all of that, Jim, what do you think? Well, welcome everybody to a night which will be testing for all sorts of reasons. Big game, but a game being played in conditions which are well short of ideal. We have snow falling, and the underfoot conditions could be really trying. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
Things already rolling. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Upamecano turns back here, probably the best option. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this guy Pedro Neto is a real footballing thoroughbred, Peter, and I'm a huge fan of his direct style. There's a genuine intensity and aggression in everything he does, but that doesn't seem to diminish his creative output at all. He goes for it every time.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. And he's managed to get free. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Bernardo Silva. And it's Mendes. He's picked his way through. And this is Ronaldo.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Vitinha was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And this is Ronaldo. Now it's Rafael Leao. He is through here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Chouameni. Oh, nicely intercepted. Bernardo Silva. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Nuno Mendes. And here's Rafael Leao. Bruno Fernandes. Picked out brilliantly. And Bernardo Silva! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first. That was a given. It always was.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Portugal are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
It's a good surge, he's making up the left-hand side. And it's Dembele. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vitinha. Now Gonzalo Inacio. Into the channel. Pedro Neto receives it in a wide position. Now, oh, he's been caught on it here. And he's got his cross in. That's a good ball out wide. Played out to the left flank. Chouameni.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Camavinga. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
There's the shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Rabiot, Upamecano, Cristiano Ronaldo. Bernardo Silva, brilliantly cut out. Chouameni, Rabiot, now it's Mbappe. Now that looks a decent ball. And that signals the end of the first period. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. France unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. Away we go again.
France can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now it's Olise. Pedro Neto. And it's Dallo. Now it's Pedro Neto. Bruno Fernandes! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Chouameni. Upamecano. Hernandez. And back to the goalkeeper. Now Saliba. Koundé. And it's Camavinga. Chouameni. Hernandez. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Chouameni. France still this single goal behind. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Chouameni.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Camavinga. Rabiot. And it's Dembele. Hernandez. Here's Chouameni. It's a really well-measured ball. And here's Olise. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rabiot. And it's Chouameni. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He has found the way through. He's in plenty of space here. In with the challenge. And that's aimed into the middle. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. Rabiot. Spread to the right. Vitinha. Chouameni. And it's Hernandez. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Over to the right flank. Just about up to 75 minutes. Here's Chouameni. Looking tidy in possession here. This looks promising.
France really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Gonzalo Inacio. Vitinha. Rafael Leao. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Dembele getting forward. Bruno Fernandes. And he cuts out the supply. Can he get it through? Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. France could be just about done here.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Rafael Leao. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Now it's Mbappe. Played out wide. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. France really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And he whips it in. And that's the keeper's ball. Dembele. The end. Time is up. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
France just couldn't get into any kind of rhythm after going a goal down. It made life so easy for the opposition, who hardly broke sweat in the end, Peter.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Numéro gagnant de la tombola. Si vous avez un billet, regardez bien l'écran.
So a warm welcome to all of you who join us on this snowy night for a game that could turn out to be a real wintertime treat. It is a hot ticket on a cold, cold night, and conditions will be testing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity and conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
We're up and running then. Camavinga. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Yeah, the easiest way to make it. And the shot! There it is!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Upamecano. Chouameni. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Diogo Dalot gets over and intercepts. Pressing high and with purpose. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's picked it up out wide. Chouameni. Camavinga. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Rabiot. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. That is good strength. Crosses it in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
France are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Dembele. Camavinga. Rabiot. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Bernardo Silva. And it's Mendes. Looking to play him in. And he can thump it away. Vitinha. He's on it. Can he get away? Upamecano clears it away. Koundé gets across to intercept that. Rabiot. And it's Hernandez. Rabiot really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Mbappe receives it in a wide position. Mendes did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now that's well seen too. Olise. Now it's Mbappe. Played back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Bruno Fernandes. Rafael Leao. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Bernardo Silva. It's a searching pass. And he's and he shapes to shoot! And that's a sharp finish! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Portugal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Threads one in. That could spell trouble. Camavinga going after that. Rabiot. Well, that is one way to stop him. Diogo Dalot. Strong running down that left flank. And that has put paid to that. Nuno Mendes. That's going wide left. Has a look up and delivers. So a temporary halt to the action. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And we are back on the way.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nicely shaped ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Chouameni. That's Rabiot. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And it's Bernardo Silva.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Great defending, strong and determined. Bruno Fernandes! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
France have the chance to go the other way. That is a brilliant interception. Koundé.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Here's the return pass. Now it's Mbappe. And here's Olise. Well, that's an excellent interception. Vitinha. Rafael Leao. Oh, red, nice interception. Olise. Rafael Leao looking understandably energised after his goal. Oh, nicely intercepted. Mbappe. Camavinga. For Olise. The ball has bounced loose now. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Rafael Leao. He's picked his way through. Chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
Saliba. Upamecano. Hernandez.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Played right into his path. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Deftly out wide. Oh, that's well spotted. Rafael Leao. Just about up to 75 minutes. Rafael Leao. And he's got the beating of his man. That'll be a throw. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Pedro Neto, who does have an assist to his name. And the shot! And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have someone like this fella, Josko Guardiola, on your side, it's hard not to pick him out. Such an extraordinary defender with an unconventional style, incredibly quick, and so good at carrying the ball forward. Keep your eyes on him.
No argument from me on Fernandez! And that is wildly off target.
Bandung really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Neymar. Now it's Mbappe. Gravenberg. Mbappe, and the shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him, setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Bandung finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now it's Mbappe. Thinks about the shot. Dembele. Neymar. Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's Neymar. And here's Shevchenko. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And it's come back to the keeper. Oh, given away. He's found the way through. And Shevchenko! And no mistake. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Now, can they get him away? Long ball, looking to counter. Looking for the run. Always onto this. Marquinhos makes the interception. Bandung with the corner. There first. Cleared without hesitation. And now a sudden chance to counter. Serginho. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. That's the keeper's ball. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And this is Shevchenko. And the ball is out of play. Right, Shevchenko. Silvesh is one whose deliveries we all know about. Great chance! It's a goal! And the comeback is complete! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
And here's Mbappe, engages and forces him off the ball. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Well, that looks a decent ball. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, shooting chance! And that's a sharp finish. And there it is, his 10th goal, his first mini milestone. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Persib Bandung go up by 2 and are looking good.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Kane, and he lines up a cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Dembele.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Modric. Vardiol concedes a free kick for that. And he is going into that little black book. Ake. Shevchenko wins the duel this time. Can he get it through? It's a promising position. Oh, that's fabulous. Ake is there to clear.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far, I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Persib Bandung largely dominant, up by 2 at the break. The scoreline 3-1.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 9, Shevchenko.
So into the second half.
Is number 8, Rashford.
And it's Camavinga.
Substitutions taking place.
And this is Shevchenko.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Persib Bandung come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Alexander-Arnold, nicely aimed pass. Alonso. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Fernandez. And it's Ake. Now Modric. And it's Rashford. And this is Messi. Xavi Alonso. Gravenberg knocks it into space. Stood up well to him there. Ake plays it all the way forward. Succumbs to the pressure. Kane.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Camavinga. Neymar. That's surely a foul. Free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. Not the most accurate pass.
The attendance for this match
cuts
was
out the supply.
28,599.
Gravenberg venturing down the left. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Modric. Now it's Messi. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Persib Bandung still have the cards to affect this game. Played into space. Pau Kubasi calmly anticipates. It's a searching pass. Spread neatly. Ah, he's given it away. Shevchenko.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
Borussia
Number
Dortmund
27,
are making a change now.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Pau Kubasi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Gravenberg. Messi. Chance here to counter. And it's Modric. That's a cute ball. Nicely worked. Just the keeper in his way. Fernandez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's a sharp little ball here. Can he finish?
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 11, Mbappe. Number 18, Hey.
That is a little undercooked.
Number 21,
Tries to play it through.
Phil Foden. Number 10,
No question, that's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Foden. Real chance! Superb from Foden! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolute...
Decent chance! So close to drawing level.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
Goes for a shot! It's loose now, and they want it. And one more try! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. So, what can they make of this? A probing pass. Neymar is wide and looking to get onto this.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Now it's Rashford. Camavinga. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Shapes to shoot! Well taken goal. We thought they were done, but never say never. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Oh, great defending, that needed doing.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Fernandez. It's Camavinga. And here's Shevchenko. Shevchenko! Oh, he's been caught on it here. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Musiala, he's going to be disappointed with that. And that is as much time as there will be. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Pumas, one of the big clubs in Mexico, the Big Four, and they have a following to match. Nigh on 70,000 proudly parading their colours. So we're up and running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Camavinga makes the interception. It's a searching pass. Doué. McAllister. It's Camavinga. Now it's Hazard. Well, that's beautifully weighted. It's Lewandowski! Neymar. Rodri. And it's Camavinga. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Modric. And he welcomes it in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Modric. And this is Messi. The referee's awarded a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position. Tries a shot! Bandung with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. That's really well cleared. Pumas are looking to go forward now. He's found the way through. McAllister. There's the shot! Goal! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Clipped into space. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Picked out, and the shot! And it's in! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Well, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Camavinga. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Hazard. That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, shooting chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
McAllister. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Jimenez did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Oh, that's fabulous. Shot, decent chance! It's a goal! Into the lead once more. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? And that was nowhere near his best.
Shevchenko really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And a chance! Andrei Shevchenko, the great Ukrainian goal machine! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They're level in a trice.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Persib Bandung drag themselves back again.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're...
Lewandowski! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, let that be a lesson for them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Oh, that's well spotted. McAllister is always looking to break lines. And here's Lewandowski.
Lewandowski really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That has been slung wide. Lovely bit of skill. It's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. McAllister, and it's McAllister. He's having a hit! Just off target.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Threads one in. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Persib Bandung are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's 2-2. And we are back underway. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Camavinga is fouled. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is Messi. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Neymar. And that is expertly dealt with. Alexander-Arnold. McAllister. And it's Rodri. And Robertson. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
McAllister, who does have an assist to his name. Can he get on the end of this? The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pumas have got it back and they'll have another go. And here's Lewandowski.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, super find. It's Lewandowski! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Ake gets it away. That's really well manoeuvred. That's a cute ball. Nicely worked. This looks promising. Shevchenko! It's bounced back off the post.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Corner number 2 then. Cleared away. Modric proves just a little bit too strong. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Pumas have the chance to go the other way. Camavinga wins the duel this time. Now, can they get him away? And he's worked it through. He's got away. Ake did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Takes a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 3 coming up. And that should get the job done. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Fernandez. And it's Modric, distributed tidily. Azar plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Rodri. And back to the keeper. "75 minutes played. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Neymar. He's shifting through the gears here. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. So this to turn it right round. Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
McAllister. Camavinga. Played out wide. Tries to pass it through. And Dijk did well to stay calm there.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And he's heaved it away. And here's Shevchenko. And this is Messi. Shot at goal! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Shevchenko really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Modric! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Alexander-Arnold. McAllister. And it's Azar. Looking to play him in. Chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Lewandowski has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Defending of the desperate variety.
Se agregará un minuto al tiempo reglamentario.
There'll be a minute of stoppage time. And this is Lewandowski. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities, and neither willing to... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball being almost as important as what he did at the back.
Dembele driving forward.
Dembele! He's delivered all right! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Venezia are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Costa Curta. And it's Serginho. That is good strength. Adams. Persib Bandung leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Knocks it out wide. And it's Walker. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Neymar. Oh, delightful ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Dembele. Dembele finding himself in space. Kyle Walker. Now Stones. De Ligt. And Adams. Costa Curta. Adams. Now Costa Curta. Adams. Fernandez. And here's Owen. It's a really well-measured ball. And he whips it across. Fernandez. Probing pass. That has been cut short. Costa Curta. Costa Curta goes back to front. Pass somewhat off target. Rice. In with the challenge. Oh, it's Dembele. Messi. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Fernandez. And De Ligt. Stones. And it's Rice. Adams. Rice. And it's Owen. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Serginho. Here's a chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
And it's Messi. Tries to play it through. Stones promptly onto that, and that is that. Adams. Now Costa Curta. They get a throw in. One 0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now.
Rice. Costa Curta. Serginho. Now Costa Curta. And it's Serginho. Turns back here, probably the best option for Rice. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neymar. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi. And it's Rice. And here's Owen. Pinches it off him.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Serginho. Rice. Serginho. Now, can they get him away? Oh, well played, well played. And we've reached half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Persib Bandung leading by one at the break.
Information bulletin from the
On the
regional
evidence
police
of what we've
department.
seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Persib Bandung looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. And so the action is resumed. Persib Bandung currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, that's well spotted. Rice. Shifted upfield. Messi. Looking for options for movement. That is a brilliant interception. Kyle Walker. And it's Fernandez. For Rice.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Modric. Messi. Team still separated by the game's only goal. And it's Owen. No way through there. Oh, it's Dembele. Shevchenko is onto this. Stones. Oh, strongly challenged there. Decent chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Walker can get it clear. Venezia are looking to go forward now. It's a pretty loose pass. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Rice. Owen. And that has left him in a heap. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Neymar. Messi. Adams. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Looking to play him in. And it's hoisted clear. That's a sharp pass. Deftly away. And that's been won straight back. That has been slung wide. Quick look, then plays it in.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Serginho. Aimed beyond the defence. Messi. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Oh, easy pickings there. Serginho. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And here's Owen.
Oh, really well played.
And he's got away from him.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things...
Applies the finish! Rice. Can he get it through? Oh, that's a key interception. Rice. Owen. He's a sharp little ball here. And the shot! Goal! Do not write them off. Back they come.
The goal scorer!
Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Oh, good take chance!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Neymar. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, it's Dembele.
There will be
And this is
1 minute
Neymar,
at a time.
and he's got the beating of his man. And that was very necessary. And here's Shevchenko. Shot could be on. And there goes the final whistle. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Dembele. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're up and running. So Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well.
Rashford. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Pedri. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Looking for a runner. Oh, important interception. Modric. And they're quick to get it back. Threads one in. Pedri. Pedri crosses. Well read. And the danger is averted. Great defending, strong and determined. That's good running with the ball.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
And Dijk gets a foot in here. And he has shown him a yellow card. Oh, it's a vicious effort. Now it's Neymar. Rashford. Pedri.
Shimizu Esples always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Pedri. Looking to play him in. Pedri! Oh, how good is he? That is a gem! An absolute gem! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And Torres! Just the wrong side.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
And he's gone looking for safety. Well, they've got it back in a hurry, and he's found the way past. Takes a shot! He's got a goal! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Persib Bandung restore parity.
And the shot! And no mistake! And the comeback is complete!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Persib Bandung leading now.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Persib Bandung have hit a quick-fire double here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback.
Could move up a gear here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Shimizu Espulse with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now a sudden chance to counter. De Jong gets over and intercepts. Torres, that's a nicely shaped ball. Pedri, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Fernandez.
Well, they could break here.
Neymar. Pedri does have his name on the score sheet, of course. He's on it, can he get away?
Real chance!
Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Rashford. He's a sharp little ball here. That's an excellent interception. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Just eases him off the ball. Odegaard. Now it's Torres. Oh, well measured. Oh, that was vital. And he's gone direct here. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, super find.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that signals the end of the first period. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat. And all of a sudden, things are looking pretty rosy. And we are up to the break.
I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
Persib Bandung leading, but only just 2-1 the scoreline. The second half is up and running. Serginho. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
Gyökeres! And that's a sharp finish. Again, we are level. What a contest!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Can he finish? And there's a goal. And they've got their lead back.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Serginho. Looking for options for movement. And it's Fernando Torres.
He's having a shot!
Frustratingly close. Serginho. Gyökeres. Yilmaz has it in a wide position.
And a header!
He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. That This ended up in no man's land. Silvestre. Gyökeres. Serginho is wide and looking to get onto this. Now it's Neymar. He's in plenty of space here. It's a promising position. He's got away. It is a corner, good chance. They've played it short. Backward it goes. And here's Rashford. Shimizu Espulse are looking to go forward now. Chance for a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Rashford has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Alexander-Arnold. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Out towards the flank. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now it's Shevchenko. He's picked his way through. De Jong cuts it out. Pedri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Shevchenko. That is good alertness. DiMarco. This is a promising build-up. Knocks it into space. He'll try to keep this alive.
Shimizu Espulse really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Shapes to shoot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Rashford. And the counter is on. Now it's Odegaard. Pedri wins the duel this time. Shimizu Espulse needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Fernandez makes the interception. Short changes him with that pass. Oh, that's superb. It's a good foot in there. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Well timed, excellent interception. Aimed beyond the defence. Pedri. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's managed to get free. Oh, it's and Shevchenko! Oh, how's that for a goal? Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Shevchenko demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
And now he has two. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. De Jong. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, it's come loose. Shevchenko. De Jong gets across to intercept that. Gyökeres. That's that, the end. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Shevchenko voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Today's match day programs are available
Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?